I think if you smoke cigarettes in the backyard, you're Vietnamese.
True.
I think if you had a gambling problem or like, you know what I mean, you wear like white beaters and do videos.
I think if you wear a black t-shirt and a gold chain, you're Vietnamese.
Basically. Literally, that's how I knew you were Vietnamese.
I saw the black shirt and the chain, I'm like, this is at least half.
Welcome back to another episode of Careful Boys. Today we have with us
Brought to you by Nectar.
Hard Seltzer. Asian flavors with no bad aftertaste. Is that correct?
No weird aftertaste.
No weird aftertaste.
It's really good. I liked it.
Courtesy of Under the Influence, who's here with us today. We have Viet, Wootak. We got Esther over there.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. What were you just saying a second ago?
Oh, I was just gonna ask Joe and Bart, have you guys been canceled for doing like Asian accents?
Nope. Have you?
You know what, people do sometimes say it, because I actually learned the Asian accent from you guys. So like, okay, like you do kind of like a Chinese or like Vietnamese kind of like those accents, right? Yeah, I'm just like, hello, what the fuck you mean, huh? And then like someone was like, you are not, they're like, you're not Vietnamese.
What the hell?
You get mad at you for that?
So people they've said stuff to you about that?
Yeah, that
Wait, but you have Viet, you have a cosign.
That's true though.
I have a cosign. And I will say, I met some pretty big Vietnamese creators out here, and that's literally how they talk.
That's how they talk. Yeah, it's really good actually.
Like Soy Tiet?
Thank you, I practice. Well, I've been watching you guys for like so many years that it stuck to me. So now, I'm
We did influence the minds of the youth.
I do think the idea that you doing and learning a Vietnamese accent from two guys who aren't Vietnamese is funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
I don't think it's worthy of being canceled. I just think it's funny.
You guys are Vietnamese adjacent.
Maybe you got canceled because you said you learned it from them.
No, I actually never said that. This is my first time saying.
Oh wow.
You're about to get canceled.
Bleep it out. Delete it.
I feel like we got a pass because we're grandfathered into the scene.
I think if you smoke cigarettes in the backyard, you're Vietnamese.
True.
I think if you had a gambling problem or like, you know what I mean, you wear like white beaters and do videos.
I think if you wear a black t-shirt and a gold chain, you're Vietnamese.
Basically.
Shit.
Literally, that's how I knew you were Vietnamese.
Shit.
I just want to tell you guys that I love Vietnamese food, so don't come after me.
No, but deadass, I saw the black shirt and the chain, I'm like, this motherfucker's at least half.
Give me props like I'm dating a white girl. Come on.
Like I'm dating a white girl.
But you know, out of all the Asians though, like I feel like Vietnamese have the best sense of humor. And I never, I just felt always welcomed by the community. Because when Vietnamese people come out, like, to meet and greets, they come out and, like, they, you know, it's a different vibe. Like, they love to party. It's a different vibe from, like, East Asians.
I feel like they're one of the fun Asians.
Yeah. We don't have the time or energy to complain about stupid shit. I'm getting my ass beat every day.
Yeah.
I want to laugh. If I have to laugh at myself, I'll laugh.
Right.
Yeah, we did Korean, Vietnamese, we did all kinds of accents, Chinese, whatever, right?
Hit us with a Korean one.
They just sound like they're complaining all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and then
It sounds like
they
fighting.
drag it out to like, we're good. Like, you know,
That's pretty good. Hey.
I'm Korean.
She's Korean.
Where'd you learn that one?
This guy's giving you approval and she's Korean.
I'm co-signing her. Yeah.
He's Korean as well.
Thank you.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, how do you get it?
I love accents.
Me too.
Okay, try a black person's accent.
Never mind. I like the Asian accent.
That's also why I feel like you can't get canceled. If you're an Asian person doing Asian accents, they're just like, oh, that's allowed.
Yeah,
What we can't get canceled for like doing, I mean, we probably will never get canceled out here again, but like white people accents?
No.
White people accent?
Cause I'll be doing it all the time.
Like what?
Like, what kind of Chinese are you?
That's like a southern, no?
This is my country.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You guys do
That
all
also
kinds
could be a
though.
German,
German,
Nashville guy.
Is a German?
Irish. The Jewish talent agent one was the best.
I don't know if I can do that again. I think that was a one-time
Ryan.
thing.
Oh yeah, talent agent.
The Jewish talent agent.
I want to hear what that sounds like.
It's like it's like the person that's like,
You're gonna be a star. I
when are
can't
you
even
gonna
do
take
it.
me to Vegas? Like that, where it's not even like
That friend.
Oh my god, you're so silly.
Yeah, that sounds almost more like New York or like.
Yeah.
Damn, Jeremy would love to be here. Also, cause
No, Jeremy.
no, he's really good with accents, right?
Jeremy's
So
good
good.
at accents,
Yeah, I wish he was here. Also, cause I love him. But like, damn, he's
You
really.
guys gotta hook up, dude.
When we used to do skits, we used to practice all the time. Because you have to be in character and we have to like, who knows what character we're gonna play. But now I feel like we're just so rusty and it just comes out.
It is weird how it kind of evolved to like no accents at all. Because in our generation, it was like, if you can execute it well, clearly the intention isn't just like racist. But if you came at it like, oh, my name is Mr. Wong. You know? Yeah, but if you did it like that, you're like, bro, like.
Yeah, you're just making fun of it. Yeah.
That's kind of sus, right?
I miss the internet when it was like that though.
Same.
Yeah.
I do.
It's so much harder to be funny now.
But if you execute a good accent, like remember Russell Peters, his stand-up bit, like it feels like, oh, bro, you studied and you know us, and that's that's like, and it's like, it's like you're laughing with us, right? But these days, if you do it at all, and you're not specifically that culture, then it's like wrong.
Yeah.
Because like when did Asians start coming after other Asians for doing other Asian?
Always.
Really?
Oh, so you're saying accents? Never mind.
Accents.
I think it's when they get beat up at school.
Yeah, that's true.
If they get beat up at school, then they get mad and they have to take it out on someone, and they blame that, oh, it's because your accents, they don't like me, but it's like, no, you're the loser.
Yeah.
They don't like you because you're a loser.
Probably a snitch.
They're like, I can't get Mexican pussy because they all make fun of me because your guys' videos.
Remember when I told you I went to summer school with like Vietnamese gangsters, and they all were like, what does Philippine language sound like? And I was about to tell them, and then they just started going. And I was like, fuck.
Sick burn.
That's a sick burn.
They were clicking?
They set you up.
They were like, I thought they were like gonna be nice to me and ask. They were like, oh, what's your name? And I was about to say, though, is it that? It's like, fuck, dude, you guys are.
Wait, would you guys be pissed off if that happened to you?
No, I'd
laugh so
laugh. I mean, it depends. Are you getting ganged up on and they're being malicious?
I was like heavily outnumbered, so it's like if I don't laugh,
It's like nervous laughter. Like,
Vietnamese dudes going.
But what if it was just like a white fraternity doing it to you, though?
oh, that's.
I was in a white frat, but yeah.
You're part of the problem.
If they're funny though,
Hey, you want to know what my pledge name was too? Which I realized later is racist. I mean, I realized in the moment is racist as fuck. But
What was it?
try to guess what my pledge.
Slanty eyes.
No, okay, it's a little bit more creative.
It's a little more.
It's like the name of. It's an actual name, so.
Something Wong.
It's a name?
Yeah. Something iconic in Asian.
Mulan.
Hyundai.
Mulan is close.
that sounds pretty good. Wow.
Say Hyundai.
You know who Nina Lin is? She came over and she called me Mulan in a video, and that shit was pretty.
You know
wild.
Nina, she's from New York, and she's the girl that rode the trash can.
She's the one that got all that shippers sounding like she's from New York. Sorry.
Sorry, I was born here.
Yeah.
What's your pledge name, man?
General Sal.
That's fun though, because I like the general part.
It was low key funny. Like I was like, that's kind of hilarious. Yeah. But in a frat, like especially because our frat was very multicultural, so it was always like you gotta make fun of this person somehow, and then racist jokes were obviously the funny.
Well, but that was also a give and take. Like you guys are making fun of each other.
Oh, exactly. Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
a friend thing, it's cool. But like I think if it's a random person, then it could be like
Exactly.
a little.
That's disrespectful.
Right. That's where I'm like, intention is gone. You know, people don't look at intention.
You gotta build.
Did you go up to like your fellow white fraternity brothers and like Jitsukawa them and stuff? I just want to make sure it was mutual.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But you never got any problems for like any of these accents throughout all those years.
I mean, I think there was one guy who was like some activist, like super incel. And I remember him trying to rally up everyone and saying, oh, these guys, they profited for years off of the Asian accents. And you just see like him trying to rally up, like, how can people still whatever, their fans are self-haters. And you see hella comments saying, shut the fuck up. Like, this fool gets no pussy. Like, it's just like,
I love when shit ends up on the right side of the internet and people like that just get shit on.
right.
and I was just like, that's so funny. Like, you're trying to rally up a fucking like group against us, and then everybody's just laughing at him like, oh, you a bitch, man, you weren't a part of the culture.
What about Trader Joe's? Okay, so you know how Trader Joe's, when they have like Asian Trader meats, what do you guys think about that? Is that racist? It's good, right?
really good.
Is it racist or is it fine?
No, that brings us back to the whole thing. If the product is good, you gotta kind of.
But they also have Trader Jose's.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, it's fair game. I think it's fair game. I think
I thought they did one for like every culture for like.
they have an Indian one. I don't know what it's called, but it's something Indian, I think.
What would that be called?
Trader Mulan.
To me, it's always
Terry.
is it good or not? Like I remember, so I was in the military and I met this one white dude, and my other homie, he was Korean, and he was like, yo, this dude knows how to speak Chinese. I was like, for reals? And he comes up to me and goes, I was like, dude, this is pretty funny.
It's more impressive than offensive, right?
And he was just saying nonsense, but it sounded like Mandarin though.
But it was close enough.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I was like, yo, that's fucking tight. So to me, it's always, is it good first?
You ended up doing that as a Korean later.
But people these days get offended. Like, I'm Korean, so when a Korean person sees another like ethnicity like wear Korean traditional clothes, they're like, wow, how are you wearing that? You're not supposed to wear, that's racist. And I'm just like, I'm okay with that.
Nah, it's always
like,
Korean Americans though.
Yeah,
it's not
I'm
Korean
like,
Korean.
wear that shit. Dude, I even got I got shit on for wearing like, it's like, it looks like a chopstick on my hair, but it's basically like a Korean traditional like pin that you put on your hair. And they were just like, oh, like that's racist, you know? Like, why are you? And I'm just like, you're a fucking white bitch.
But also the internet makes it feel far worse. Like it's literally, if you really talk to somebody, nobody gives a fuck. It's just the loudest, pussiest people of all time on the internet. It's like you just allowed them to have a connection, and they will never say it in real life, so they have to get it out on the fucking internet.
Because it's like when you weigh your experiences from like face-to-face confrontations. Have you guys ever had any of those?
No.
No, because these basement dwellers aren't going out. They're not going out.
Going back to what I said, if you have the time, like, real motherfuckers don't. If somebody wants to kill me, I'm gonna expect you to pop up, and I don't know about you.
He tells them his location.
Yeah, I used to go on live and be like, this is where I'm at. You have 30 minutes. I will stay here for 30 minutes. Anybody that pulls up and wants to fight me, you can do it.
No one shows up.
But I do that knowing that all the hate comments I have, you're pussy.
Yeah, they never do.
You're probably just gonna get a bunch of girls showing up anyway, trying to touch your junk.
They're like, hi, Viet, I said that.
Someone who hates you.
I'm gonna beat up your penis.
Can I wrestle with your dick?
I told him I used to drop fake addresses. I used to DM them. So like haters, whatever, right? Yeah. I used to, back in my city, I used to have some people that hated me, and I would DM them like, let's link up, let's fight, blah, blah, blah. But I would send them the wrong address, just like a random address, and they'd go to it, I wouldn't be there.
And they would actually, you knew that they went to those addresses?
I don't know if they did or not, but it was just something funny. I got enjoyment out of it. Like, you're wasting your time.
I'm just curious, like, what were some reasons people back then hated you? Like, what was the...
Back in Iowa?
Yeah.
I like robbed a lot have
valid reasons.
So they just want their stuff back.
No.
He was the villain. He was the villain.
There have been some situations where I'm the villain, but in that circumstance, I'll always say like I've never hid who I was. I've always like expressed how I did not like that version of myself. Like I don't like it when people try to shame me for a version of myself that I had to be to survive. Yeah. But also too. There was a lot of people that hated me because they didn't like what I stood up for, or they thought I was doing it to
for
blow
attention.
up or for attention or for money. So it's like I also had those people, and I would DM them and I'd just be like, kill yourself.
There was this one guy that was really annoying that made a video of him
and
You made like a mini doc?
It was so stupid. They basically said like, oh, you don't stand up for Asians,
Yeah,
but
so
you
one of
stand
y'all
up.
commented. Yeah, so it's like he basically was trying to use me as an example, trying to play me like a hoe. He was like, these new age Asians never stand up for their own people, but they'll stand up for like
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter, or like whatever the trend is nowadays. Right. And it's I responded. I said, because when I was on house arrest for the whole BLM shit, I risked going back. Like I didn't know if they would send me back to jail or not for this, but I organized an event, like a memorial. For the Atlanta shootings when like 5 Asian women got killed. Yeah. So I did that, and I never posted about it. I like never talked about it online because it's like if I do that shit, I feel like I want to do it for the right reasons. I'm not doing it for clout. Yeah. So it's like it got to a point where it's like online, if I talk about this shit, I'll have people saying I'll do it for clout. If I don't talk about this, I have people calling me out for not saying anything. So that shit got very annoying.
And even for BLM, you weren't doing it for clout. Like it just happened.
Yeah, I literally said like, do not like I don't, because I knew if I knew I would get in trouble with my probation officer if it came to like.
Because that violated the terms.
Yeah, I didn't think I would like catch that charge or whatever, but I assumed I would get like a probation violation. Yeah. So I was like, don't show my face. I don't want my name out there. Blah blah blah. But
During probation, you weren't even allowed to go to like mass like functions and stuff, or what?
my probation officer. So my probation officer was a woman with a very shaved head. You know what I'm saying. But she was very
Drove a Subaru.
Yeah, and she was like, you can go to this as long as you don't cause trouble. And I assume you're gonna cause trouble. Word for word, that's what she said. So it was basically saying, I'm gonna tell you that you can't go to this, but in the right way. So it's like, I said, fuck you, and I went. And another reason was I also wrestled a cop. And it was
At that day? The same
it was the same day, yeah.
Did you win?
Huh? No, I wasn't wrestling a cop. Like he had grabbed a person. And I was trying to like de-arrest them. So I grabbed him and I.
And did it work? He had to let him
You
go?
did tug of war with a human being.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the guy actually got away?
Yeah.
Oh, good shit.
And then they picked him up later.
They didn't help at all.
Catch and release.
Yeah, so I just got myself in trouble for no reason.
I do like that you talk shit back to all the people that say stuff to you, though.
I try not to as much nowadays, but when I was on house arrest, I had nothing to do. I had nothing to. I was not making good content. Like my brand was just bitches found me hot, and I would argue with people. That's it. For 2 years straight, yeah. So I'd literally be on house arrest every single day on my phone. Like, you feel the type of way, bro? Come. I don't care. Kill yourself. So.
You are interesting.
That's a good line.
That's funny.
That's a good finishing line.
Kill yourself is a good way to end a sentence.
Yeah. Did they ever like your comment after you said that to them?
I've had a few people that are like, you know what? I thought you were a pussy, but like you're kind of funny. I'm like,
They end up becoming fans after that? Wow.
And they send you memes from now on?
I'll just be like, what? What's the point, bro? Go do something with your life.
Interesting.
People that hate are very like contradicting too. So it's just like they're stupid.
That's true, yeah.
Very stupid. Like the person that was hating on him, like he was like, "Oh, you don't stand up for Asians," but it's like you are shitting on another Asian. You're Asian and you're shitting on him.
Bro, and then
like,
I DM'd him because I didn't like I don't like having my shit too public, so I DM'd him, and in the DMs I'm like, show me what you've done, and he did. To his credit, he's like donated, he's organized rallies.
Okay.
So I'm like, so word for word, I was like, why are you coming at me if we're trying to achieve the same goals and do the same shit? He was like, I didn't know you were doing that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so why are you posting everything you do, you pussy? He's like, bro, I'll talk to you. Like, I wasn't trying to come at you. I'm like, no, you try to play me like a hoe. Yeah. And I just disproved that shit.
Did you tell him to kill himself?
Huh?
Did you tell him to go kill himself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did he double tap it and like it after?
Did he say, I was thinking about suicide, but I guess I'll do it
I'll be
now?
thinking about it more.
He's like, fuck.
I like that. I do the same thing, I think, with like, especially with the JK account. I think when people start to go off, I'm like, well, if you really have a point, let's talk about it in the DMs instead of trying to perform this show for everybody. Yeah. I'm like, if you really want to like change my mind,
a lot of it feels like clout chasing.
because I would like to know too. I would also like to know. I'm open to change my mind about something if I'm wrong.
Bro, that account,
But they never message.
Nope.
They never do.
They don't care if no one's watching.
I haven't gotten one person that
A
like,
lot of the
actually
times
messaged.
they bait because they don't have any following or anything like that, and they want us to respond so they can clout chase.
Yeah,
and then build their following.
It's truly what
It's
it
the
is.
dudes that want to fight at the club only when the security guards are.
And then they take their shirt off.
Wait, what's the point of them like saying all of that shit when they're commenting off of a fake profile though?
Because it's
So they
fucking
can
hot.
get all the likes on the comment.
it's crazy what
That
people
makes you feel good when you're on a fake profile too.
When you shit on somebody and they like your comments, you're like, ooh, it feels nice.
That's one of the most cowardly shit ever, though.
Saddest thing ever.
Be for yourself. I think you're a pussy, dude. I think you're a pussy.
You're just not putting any chips on the table.
Nope.
It's like you want to play the game, but you don't want to put any of your own like life
Best
in
game to
it.
play,
But
baby.
90 people like my comments, so what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, dude.
But let's see what you look like. Let's see what you look like.
Oh, that's the worst when it's like in a non-account and if they comment about your looks, I'm like, oh, I know I would have torn you up. Like,
It's always some anime character, some fucking game.
I will say though, back in like before I blew up, I took this shit past the line way more.
Oh yeah.
Because I got banned on Twitter back in like 2020 because I was actively telling my haters to like kill themselves, but also threatening their families and like their babies.
All right.
I got banned for
Okay, that'll get you banned. Yeah, yeah,
Are you back on now?
Huh?
Are you back on?
Yeah, but I don't like Twitter. It's too much right-left arguing. It's one post is like a bitch promoting her OnlyFans, the other is person.
You should threaten their babies.
That poor the baby's like, what did I do?
Nah, so what I used to do was if I ever got a hate comment, I would go to their profile and stalk them, learn as much as I could. If you had a family member I'm in there.
I mean, like I said,
If
he has
only
the
you put this
time.
effort into like a job or like a business.
So when I got banned on Twitter, it was a random troll, and I figured out he had a son.
Oh.
The next 50 tweets were just like attacking his son. So
Have you ever seen those dudes that are like they're like blasted in tattoos, and then when people talk shit about their tattoos, they'll look up that guy and they'll be like, oh, I see that his father died in 19.
Oh, and then they'll get the tattoo.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah. I've seen that guy.
And it'll be like an insulting tattoo of their dad that died.
That's kind of hard.
That's hardcore. Like, I don't.
Dude,
That's going the extra mile.
as someone who just got a tattoo, getting a tattoo is very inconvenient, yo.
It is.
What does that mean? What does that
Fear everybody.
It's a diss to someone's tat
Yeah.
on Twitter.
It says fear everyone.
really?
Be scared
It's a
of
big
everybody.
mistake, bro.
I don't know. That sounds like.
He got it thinking that it meant no fear. But my mom read it and she said, "Who's your friend afraid of?" And he's like, "What?"
And then now everyone got it to match.
Yeah.
I actually have no fear tatted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's fear
Fear
with a
everyone.
line through it.
Oh,
See, that's what he wanted.
I
And
didn't
he
know
got
that
the
that's what
opposite.
Yeah, but he got like fear and then underlined it.
He got it when he was in the military. He thought it was that it's.
He's like a white guy that went to Japan and got a wrong tattoo.
It's Ariana Grande with her barbecue tattoo, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow, you remembered that thing?
Yeah, I'm old.
It was
She got yakitori tatted.
Just Kidding News, careful boys, is a brand. Just Kidding News is the man of smart people. The people of Just Kidding News, careful boys, they are very smart. Just Kidding News, the #1 podcast in the world.